My name is Christopher. I have HSV2 down here. I want to talk today about how do you know if someone has herpes? Now, first things first, do you know your own herpes status? If you've ever had a cold sore, you have oral herpes. If you ever had a genital herpes outbreak, you have genital herpes. If you've never had symptoms or you don't think you've noticed your symptoms, you could still have it. The best advice is to maybe get tested. Although blood tests are not always accurate, consult with your doctor about the accuracy of the blood test. But because it's not included on STI panels, the majority of people who never think to go get checked for a definitive amount of symptoms don't necessarily know. This goes the same when you're approaching any partner in public. Now, whether they've had a cold sore or not, that is herpes. So if your partner out there has had a cold sore, they probably are not going to disclose to you, but they do have oral herpes. And why this matters, oral herpes could be transmitted to you, to your mouth, or it could be transmitted down there. Would you like genital HSV1? Probably not. So let's have an open discussion with our next partner about, hey, you ever had a cold sore? I saw this guy on TikTok talking about how cold sores are herpes and they can be transmitted down there. It's better to know the risks before you have to end up getting this and then do the research. Nextly, no one has constant symptoms. And when it comes to genital herpes, you're not likely to inspect your person's genitals before you get their pants off. So not necessarily knowing someone's herpes status is the norm. But I think a lot of us live in a world where we just sort of assume they don't have it, whether because they don't tell us or whether because they don't know. Keep this in mind. Every human being is at risk of contracting herpes if you don't already have it, but you may or may not ever get it. Keep that in mind. Let's discuss herpes with our future partners because all this hush-hush about herpes is only making the stigma worse and the transmission unknowingly more common. Love you, miss you, hope you're doing well. Extra help in the description box. See you guys next time. My name is Christopher. I have HSV2 down here. I want to talk today about if you're in a toxic relationship because of herpes, watch this video. Now, a lot of people out there message me and say, hey, my boyfriend gave me herpes, or they're guilting me now because I gave them herpes and I didn't even know, and now they're forcing me to stay with them because of guilt, or I think I'm going to have to stay with my abusive partner because I can't find anyone else. And I truly believe that if you're in a toxic relationship and herpes is involved, you need to do what's best for your happiness and best for your health. Because if someone is either guilting you for giving it to them or guilting you after you get it from them, that's not someone you want to be with long term, because that relationship inevitably is probably not going to last. And time is not renewable. So if you're going to waste more time with someone when it's eventually going to end inevitably, get out now. And if you need to distance yourself from that person, please do that. The other side of the coin is maybe you feel like you're never going to meet someone again, so you'd rather stay with this person. And the answer is you still kind of aren't fully accepting. And it's going to take some time for you to be okay, I do have this now. Let me build myself back up. Let me be fully accepting of this. Let me realize that I don't actually know if no one's going to be with me until I try. And if your fear comes from rejection, rejection is a normal thing. But I hope that some of my other videos I have can help you reframe your thinking around the fact that if you get rejected for herpes, it's not necessarily saying anything about you. It's saying something about the other person, whether they are just not aware, whether they're ignorant, or whether they are malicious towards you. It doesn't seem like someone you should want to be with anyways. So keep that in mind. Please prioritize your happiness and your health and your safety over being stuck in a toxic relationship. And if you do have to get other people involved, if it's getting hostile or something, do that, because you don't want to waste any more time and you don't want this to escalate further. If you need any help, reach out to me. Extra help in the description box. Love you, miss you, hope you're doing well. See you guys next time.